Everybody has a story to tell when it comes to our mental health. My name is Darius. I'm a filmmaker and I also live with anxiety. This project has taken me on a journey around the country to meet young Australians from all walks of life who have suffered various mental ill health conditions, but have bravely found a path forward and the tools to support their recovery. When I heard Alice's mum Helen had passed away, I knew there'd be a big ceremony in Maningrida to honour her. Helen was such a leader in the community, and many people would be coming to pay their respects to her, as well as Alice, whose funeral had been in Brisbane. The funeral ceremony went for a week, with many different clan groups coming together to honour their cultural ties to Helen and her family. Helen's coffin lay under a thatched hut, so that everyone could take their time to say their goodbyes.
I've always loved the space of a funeral up here and that building up of every day and those songs and all the dancers coming together. It's this collective force. I love that. I think that's how we should grieve, and that's how we've always grieved up here. And it's a space where you feel comfortable to let that out, whether it's anger, it's sadness, it's joy, it's all there, and it's a welcoming space.
It's difficult to be back in Maningrida since Sis passed away. Sissy's death is still something that's just, it hits me hard, and there's lots of unanswered questions inside of me, my own ones, just still waiting for her to just come around. It's just hard. It's hard being home and her not being here.
I think I was hoping by coming back to Alice's home that something would suddenly make sense and I would be more okay with what had happened, but it wasn't like that. That being said, I was grateful to come and connect back to her country and say my goodbyes in a quiet way. It was profound to witness how much space was given in ceremony to express a whole range of emotions, just as Grace had said, and to see how that was being instilled in the children at such a young age.
I love seeing the kids going for it and watching up, looking at the elders, and then going for it themselves. That's beautiful. That's what it's all about, That's the future's in their hands, I think. It's another reminder that amongst chaos and, sadness, there's our culture. Alive, strong, loud, in your face.
I don't think we talk about getting in touch with our feelings and identifying them. Identifying what it might mean when you're feeling sad, or what it might mean when you're feeling upset, and how people express themselves. And it's an art. It takes practice.
On the last day of the trip, I lit a fire in the same spot I had done years before with Alice. As I sat there, I kept thinking about what Noni had said, how identifying our feelings is something that takes practice. Seeing how much cultural knowledge there was around the process of death and grieving up there made me reflect how I was never taught in my culture how to manage things like my mental health, that there isn't a tradition of learning how to deal with these life experiences. But what gives me hope is meeting all the people in the process of making this project who are so committed to showing up for themselves and facing all the challenges they've been presented with. I could see through the practices like sharing how they felt, self-love and acceptance, community, mindfulness, seeking professional support, and engaging with the natural world. They were paving their own pathways to regain control of their lives. We all have our own specific challenges, which require such different ways of being cared for. But it seems to me, if you can begin to develop these key foundations to support your mental health, it's a powerful way to start your own journey of finding balance in your life. If you want to show your support for the project, please share this and subscribe to the Being Here YouTube channel. It actually makes a big difference. Thanks.